Hi, this is Kashvanisa Bagewadi. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to talk about Amazon S3 event notifications. In this video, I am going to talk about event notification introduction, supported events, supported destinations, IAM policy for destination, and we will have hands-on demo. So let's start with the introduction part. The Amazon S3 notification feature enables you to receive notifications when certain events happen in your bucket. So in your S3 bucket, some events like you created new objects or you deleted some objects. So you want to get notified about those events, you can set S3 event notification. To enable notifications, you must add a notification configuration that identifies the events you want Amazon S3 to publish and the destinations where you want Amazon S3 to send the notification. So while configuring this feature, you can set some events and some destinations. So events like creating, deleting some objects, and you can set destination to send that notification. So there are some destinations are available like SQS, SNS and Lambda. We will see in next slide. Amazon S3 event notifications are designed to be delivered at least once. So you will get deliver notification at least once. Typically, event notifications are delivered in seconds but can sometimes take a minute or a longer. If two writes are made to a single non-vergent object at the same time, it is possible that only a single notification will be sent. If you want to ensure that an event notification is sent for every successful write, you can enable versioning on your bucket. With versioning, every successful write will create a new version of your object and will also send an event notification. So if in case you want to get notified for each write of your object, in that case you can enable versioning to your S3 bucket, so you will get notified for each event happen to your version bucket. Enabling notification is a bucket level operation, so you can enable this feature at the bucket level with the help of AWS Console SDK or using S3 REST APIs. You can configure notifications to be filtered by prefix and suffix of the key names of the object. For example, you can set up a configuration so that you are sent a notification only when image files with the .jpg file name extension are added to a bucket. Or you can have a configuration that delivers a notification to an Amazon SNS topic when an object with prefix images slash is added to the bucket, while having notification for objects with a log slash prefix in the same bucket delivered to an AWS Lambda function. So in case you don't want to get notified for the all your objects in S3 bucket, you can select some prefix and suffix for your key names of your object. So for different prefix, you can set some different destination also. In this example, suppose images slash, you can set uh, this prefix and you can send that notification to SNS topic. And so for another prefix, for example, log slash, you can send that notification to AWS Lambda for the same bucket as well. So this is also possible. So moving ahead, what are the supported events? Currently, Amazon S3 can publish notifications for the following events. New object created event. When you can create notification when an object is created. So while configuration, you can select uh, this event. So you will get notified whenever new object is get created. Object removal events. You can request notification when an object is deleted or a version object is permanently deleted or when a delete marker is created for a version bucket. So your bucket is non-version, then you will get notified for deleted object. if your bucket is version enabled, so you can set events for permanently deletion, and or you can select event for marker delete marker get added. Restore object events. Amazon S3 suppose the restoration of object archived to the S3 Glacier storage class. Suppose in case you are having some object in S3 Glacier, you want to get notified when S3 objects get restored from Glacier, so you can select this event. Reduce redundancy storage object lost event. Amazon S3 sends a notification message when it detects that an object of the RRS storage class has been lost. So if you are having some objects in RRS storage class and you want to get notified if some of objects are get lost, so you can select this event, so you will get notified if this event is happen. Replication events. Amazon S3 sends event notifications for replication configuration that have S3 replication time control enabled. So in case for cross region or same region replication, if you enable S3 RTC, and then you can select this replication event to get notified. So now we will see what are the supported destinations. Amazon S3 supports the following destinations where it can publish events. So in this example, sorry, in this figure, you can see here is my S3 bucket. Some event is happen. So this event will get published with there are three destinations are available in S3 event notification. So one is SQS, Lambda and SNS. So you can select any one of this destination for your event. So suppose in case you are having some objects are created in S3 bucket and you want to save metadata of that object in DynamoDB. So you can select Lambda function as an event notification destination, and when new object is created or added in your S3 bucket, Lambda will get triggered, and in the Lambda you can write the code to write the metadata of your object in Amazon DynamoDB. So like this is a use case. So you can use this, or you can use you can publish your event at SQS or SNS topic. So you can select any one of these destinations are available. So we will see what are these services. You maybe already know, but this is just a little introduction for the beginners who don't know about this SNS, SQS and Lambda. So first we will see what is SNS. So SNS is simple notification service. It is flexible, fully managed push messaging service. Using this service, you can push messages to mobile devices or distributed services. So what is SQS? SQS Amazon SQS is a scalable and fully managed message queuing service. You can use SQS to transmit any volume of data without requiring other services to be always available. In your notification configuration, you can request that Amazon S3 publish event to an SQS queue. Currently, standard SQS queue is only allowed as an Amazon S3 event notification destination, whereas FIFO SQS queue is not allowed. So currently, you can select only standard SQS queue for your event notification destination. First in, first out SQS queue is generally not supported. What is AWS Lambda? It is a compute service that makes it easy for you to build applications that respond quickly to new information. AWS Lambda runs your code in response to events such as image uploads, in-app activity, website click or outputs for connected device, etc. So this is the brief introduction. So moving ahead, IAM policy for destination. Before Amazon S3 can publish messages to a destination, you must grant the Amazon S3 principal the necessary permission to call the relevant API to publish messages to an SNS topic, an SQS queue, or a Lambda function. So while this event notification configuration, your destination should have permission. You can set some policy here. So here I had given two example for SNS and one is for SQS. So you can set the permission like this. So principal is here Amazon S3 and action you can set SNS publish, and in the resource part you can put here your ARN of your SNS topic name, and condition is ARN like here ARN of your S3 bucket and string equals AWS account and bucket owner account ID. So for your destination should have permission to get notified to get your whatever event is getting happening. So you can set like this permission for your SNS, and same is like here for SQS. For action here principal is same S3 bucket, sorry S3 service, and here in action SQS send message, and in resource you can add here ARN of your SQS queue, and here in condition here is the same like this part ARN of your S3 bucket and bucket owner and account ID in case of different bucket or different account. So in this way you can set the permission to your destination, so then your event will get published to your selected destination. So now we will have hands-on demo for event notification. So I logged into here my AWS console. So I'm on my S3 management console. So this is my bucket. So you can go in properties tab, click on this properties here, go down, so here is event notifications. So here currently no event notifications are there. You can choose create event notification to be notified when a specific event occurs. So I am going to click on this button. So here you can configure your event notification. So here you can select some events and destinations. So first is general configuration, event name. So you can give any name for your event notification. So here is next is prefix and suffix. These two are optional. So if you want to get set notification for some specific prefix, for example images slash log slash, so you can mention it here. For if you want to put some suffix like .jpg, .png, .pdf, so you can set it here. So if you not set both these options, then it event will get triggered at all for your all objects in your S3 bucket. So next is event types. So you can specify at least one type of event for which you want to receive notification. So there are multiple, so many options are available. You can select at least one. So for this for create event you can have you can select put post copy multi-part upload completed. So you can select any one, or if you want to select all of this, so you can click on this. So you will get notified for all this type of events. So any put object, post object, copy and multi-part. So second is delete. For deletion, if any permanently object is get deleted permanently, you want to get notified. If for delete marker added for your version bucket, you can get select this event, or in case if you want to select both, then you can select all. Next is restore object event. For restore there are two options, restore initiated. Suppose from Amazon Glacier, if some restoration is get initiated, so you want to notify with that, so you can select this event. When restoration is completed, you can select this, and if you want to get notified for both, you can select any one or all. For reduce redundancy storage, reduce storage class, any object lost event you want to set, so you can click it here. And for replication event, there are options like replication time missed threshold, replication time completed after threshold, replication time not tracked, replication time failed. So you can select any one of these or all. So these are the events you can select, and you have to select at least one event for which you want to get notified. Now next part is destination. So destination, as we see, there are three options are available for destination. You can select any one of that: lambda function, SNS topic, and SQSQ. So suppose lambda function, you can select lambda function. So if in case you are having some lambda function available, you can select from this drop down, or you can type your ARN of your lambda function. For for SNS topic, also same, you can either choose is your SNS topic from this drop down if it is available, or you can directly type ARN of your SNS topic, and same for SQS. So put your SQSQ, you select put your SQS ARN, or choose SQSQ from the drop down. So you can, like this, you have to first select events and destination. So as per your configuration, you will get notified to your respective destination. Event will get published, and you can have as per your requirement, you can have some action for those events. So you can click on this changes, you can save changes, and as soon as any event is occurred in your S3 bucket, you will get notified. So that's it for this demo. I hope you like this. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and if you're having any questions, you can ask me in the comment part, or thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.